you brought up Brady. You said he shouldn't have been the MVP. I'm going to bring up another Tom Brady-centric question. Should we now be talking about him as the best quarterback ever? And I know there are a lot of people out there who love Marino, who love Elway, who love Favre, but I think this debate is Tom Brady versus Joe Montana. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is Brady now the best quarterback ever? He's got as many Super Bowl wins as Montana and as Terry Bradshaw, as many as any quarterback in the history of the game. Take a look at these numbers here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Montana is perfect in the Super Bowl, but Brady's been to 6 of them. There's got to be something said for getting to 6 of them. Okay, he has lost 2. Brady's lost 2, where again Montana was perfect. Passing percentage, Montana a little bit better than Brady, 68 to 65%. Touchdown passes, Montana 11, Brady 13, but again Brady's played in 2 more games than Montana. Here's a biggie: interceptions. Montana's been perfect. 11 touchdowns to 0 interceptions in the Super Bowl. Brady 13 to 4. Average yards per game, Montana's thrown for 18 more yards on average per Super Bowl. And the quarterback rating, and I still don't know what the hell the quarterback rating means. I don't know how they calculate this thing. But there's a big difference in those numbers. 127.8 to 95.3. I know. On one hand, I say I don't know what it means, and on the other hand, I'm pointing out what a great stat it is.
Yeah. There's a guy sitting in a room somewhere. He goes, 127.8.
Dart.
No, he didn't throw darts. He just goes, no. However long it's been, and ESPN's now got their own quarterback rating. That's a pass. That's not a quarterback rating. Just so people don't know, that's a passer rating. So it's not based on if you're Russell Wilson and you run for 100 yards a game.
Yeah.
That's not a quarterback
rating.
I
got this from footballreference.com.
No, I'm just telling you, that's a passer rating. It's quarterback passer rating. QPR is what that is. So ESPN came up with their own that is based on 100 points being a maximum, because this one goes up to like 144,
55
or something like that.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how it is. We are, as I said earlier, we tend to be in the moment. So I would guess if you took a poll today, 2 things would be evident to you. People hate the Patriots, so they're going to vote against him. And that's number 1. Number 2, most people who would vote in a poll are young and don't even remember Montana playing. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, they think he pitches pizza these days.
Yeah.
And Skechers shoes.
So
that
would be skewed, as my friend would say. That would be skewed.
Skewed.
So I would say that it's Tom Brady. I decided last night and today it's Tom Brady. I think being in 6. And Peyton Manning doesn't get the credit for getting to 3. And I'm bringing Peyton in this conversation. John Elway went to 5.
And was 2 and 3.
You should get credit for going to a lot of Super Bowls. And he's been to 6 and he's won 4 out of 6. Montana didn't get, that happened with the 49ers over a 9-year period. So it was not that he got him to the Super Bowl. There might be something in actually losing the Super Bowl because you got to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady, here's the other thing about Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and you're going to bring that up, but Brady and Belichick have a chance to go to 3, 4 more.
True.
So I would put Brady. How about you? I would put Brady.
I'm a Montana guy. I love Brady. Love him. Love watching him play.
So you didn't get any stats that would have favored Tom Brady. You found all the stats.
No. Here's the stat. Here's the stat that resonates most with me. Montana was virtually perfect in 4 Super Bowls. 4-0, 11 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. Under that kind of pressure, and over a long period of time, to me, that says something. And although you can give me either one of them, I'd be happy. I think Montana, in my book, Montana by a skosh. So good. And near perfect.
What's a skosh?
Near perfect. A skosh
is
like an iota. It's like an iota.
Well, why wouldn't you say iota?
It's like a bit.
None of us know what skosh means. I think that's a place in Wisconsin.
I gave you the fingers thing, though.
You did give me the fingers.
I gave you the fingers. All right? A skosh.
How long do you think, and I don't know, somebody look it up, how long do you think Joe Montana played? 14 years?
Something like that, yeah.
So for 4 years that he made the Super Bowl, 10 years he didn't make the Super Bowl. And I think it was a little bit longer than that because, you know, he went to Kansas City.
Right.
But so the other guy goes to 6 in
15 years.
15.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would judge.
Those percentages are pretty close, though.
No, they're not. Somebody tell me how many years Montana
Figure out the
played.
percentages. All right?
No, you don't have to figure out the
I think
percentages,
with Montana, it would be like 15% of the time he went to the Super Bowl.
I'm sorry?
16 seasons.
Oh, okay. So
For
that's
Brady.
25%. I can figure that out.
So 6 into
Thank you,
15
Destiny.
into 60. That's 25%.
So the other
and
guy-
Montana's was about 15%. Yeah.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. So it was a lot more for Brady, higher percentage.
Higher percentage of times he's gone to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Is it
I'm
possible,
not discounting the
wait,
fact that he's
is it
going
possible,
quite a bit.
Let me, I'm just trying to follow up on you. Is
Yeah.
it possible they could have beaten the Giants both those times?
Yeah, they lost their 2 Super Bowls by a total
So
of
Brady,
7
we're
points.
talking about Brady. Yeah. So do you think, and he had an expression on his face after the complete pass to Curse that was bobbled around
Yeah.
that went, oh, it's happening to me again.
Right.
Tom Brady didn't lose those two Super Bowls. Would you agree on that?
I would
those
agree.
Were, okay.
And again,
Eli Manning.
the 2 losses were by a total of 7 points.
Yeah.
Something to be
so
said
he
for that.
could have 6. Joe Montana couldn't have had any more. 4 was his number. That was as many as he could get. Tom
Well,
Brady.
he might have if
Can I get back to
if
you?
Steve Young, if they didn't put Steve Young in Montana's place and Montana had to move on.
Yeah. But can we get back? We're going to be here for a while, several years. Would you agree on that?
Sure.
That we can discuss it again next year and the year after
Sure.
and the year after, because he could end up. Would you change your mind if he wins another one? Because he would have
Brady?
more than Montana.
Yeah, I'd have to jump him.
So that's where
He'd be ahead of Montana by a skosh.
7 Super Bowls and
No.
5 victories?
He would absolutely be number 1 in my book. then.
Okay, so he has to win one more to prove it to you. Well, he proved it to me. Yeah, he's the best. Manning can't pass him for greatest quarterback of all time. Manning is what I've said. He's the greatest regular season quarterback of all time. But I think you have to give more credit than you are to going to the Super Bowl.
No. I'm not discounting it, Woody. I'm not discounting it at all.
Sure you are. Because you're giving
No,
him,
I'm
he's
looking
4-0, he's
at a lot of
4-2.
stuff. I'm looking at the whole picture here, not just how many he's gone to.
How many did Bradshaw go to?
4.
How many did he win?
4.
Okay, Montana went to 4. He won 4. Let me give you something to think about, sir.
Okay.
And I want everybody to listen to this, but I'm saying it to Les. What is the difference between what the Patriots have been involved with and those 49ers and those Steelers?
The reliance on Terry Bradshaw to lift the team, to put the team on his shoulders.
That's good. That's a good response. It's not the one I'm looking for. Not really the one.
You tell me.
What was about the Steelers dynasty? Call
Yeah.
it a dynasty. They had the same players year after year.
Incredible
after year.
defense.
But they had the same players, right?
Yes.
You would agree with that.
Salary cap era.
49ers had same players
Yeah.
year after year. Charles Haley.
Sure.
And all those wide receivers and running backs. Do you know how many players were on this team that weren't on it last year?
No, I get it. Salary cap era.
30.
Yeah.
30.
And I
Salary
wanted
cap
to go
era.
there. But
You have to change the team every year. He's done it. Joe Montana did it with the same people.
okay. And that.
Terry Bradshaw did it with the same people.
I get you.
He has to do it with a different cast. There's nobody from the original Super Bowl they won. Do you know how many guys had Super Bowl rings on this team?
No, I get it. And
Two.
to make your argument, very few Pro Bowlers at receiver during Brady's career. And did they ever have a Pro Bowl running back in his 16
Sure.
years?
Oh yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2.
I mean, the Broncos had one this year.
So I get that. I get it. Which leads to the next discussion.